Hey, Ruben. I've been trying to get a jing quit to you for a couple of weeks now. My jing hasn't been working, and I'm not sure it's going to work this time, but I promise I'll publish it some way. This is your final project submission, and I just wanted the opportunity to talk to you a little bit about it. I just appreciate your attitude through this whole session, and I think you've worked very hard. I'm seeing on this one some good things happen for you. I'm seeing a wider variety of tones and your shading. I'm seeing some nice grays up here and here, a little bit of difference there, and then some of these nice dark areas in here. Um, I think perspective-wise, there's a couple of things going on. You almost have a one-point perspective. You know, you almost have it happening somewhere here where this is coming in, this is going to come in. Uh, but these right here should do the same. This shouldn't be straight out, but this should have a little bit of an angle as well. In other words, this should be a lot bigger in front in order to give us that illusion. Now, a one-point perspective we never really talk much about. I understand that. And if this is an environment, that's good. But one of the things we wanted you to work on environments was a two-point linear perspective. So I'm sure you'll have lots of use for that in the work you're doing. The architecture plans that you have, you're going to have to nail that two-point perspective at some point, and I'm sure you'll have some classes in perspective drawing that will help you. So I'm not going to push that too much, except that I want you to be aware of what it, excuse me, thank you. I want you to be aware of what it's about. So now you were asked two venues. You were asked to do something like an environment or a nature scene. And I'm looking at an environment here, and I'm seeing some nice things happen with it. Like I said, a little work needed on the perspective. Um, I don't see much of a nature scene. You could do something here. The other venues that were listed were things like a drapery, and certainly you could, I guess, put something somewhere in the courtyard if you wanted to do that, or maybe go in on a smaller area with a chair or something sitting out there. Um, that would take care of that problem if you want to do that. Or a still life was another venue. Hands was another venue. And I guess what I'm saying is I'm not seeing those here. I'm seeing one. I'm seeing the environment, but I'm having a little trouble putting the rest of it together. So that's another thing I'd like for you to think about. Now, I understand that probably English is not your first language, and maybe it's a little bit hard for you to interpret what these um, assignments ask you for. But I think from the very beginning, this has been one of the major problems that you've had. You have a little trouble interpreting what it is that assignment wants you to do. And I can only hope that you can kind of work that out at some point, I guess. Anyway, again, thank you so much for your enthusiasm in this course and for working so diligently. And I do see some wonderful movements in here. You know, if this were really in shade, there would be a nice kind of shadow, or if this side of the building's in shadow, then you would have another shadow coming in here and a little bit of sunlight maybe going that way. That's what we're looking for when we're trying to get those shadows to give us that 3D illusion, okay? I want to wish you all the best in your architecture endeavors, and certainly I know your drawing is off to a great start. Thank you so much.